Welcome to Portland International Airport. This is the place that I am leaving to Spain. It's November 15th today. Really excited to do it. It's finally time. I got here 5 hours early because I was so terrified that they wouldn't let me in if I didn't have the proper paperwork. They let me right in. So here we are, Portland, Maine, about to head to Spain. I'm gonna see you there. This is Spain. Check it out. I didn't sleep at all, almost the entire flight over, but we made it here. I'm super tired. Now I just gotta figure out how to find my friends and get to the place we're staying. Hope it works out. I made it to Madrid. My friend Javi's on the phone, so I'm gonna be really annoying right now, but this is Javi! This is Madrid, too. This is Madrid. Crazy place. I don't know what to say yet because I'm super sleep deprived. But we're going to get churros. This is Spanish delight. How would you describe a churro in Spain, Javi? Is it different?
You'll see.
Is it okay?
Patience, Jake.
All right, I'm excited.
Hi.
This is Yuli. This is Javi. We're about to get a Spanish omelet for the first time.
Tortilla.
Whatever she said. I still don't know what to expect exactly.
Tortilla.
Tortilla.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is super cool, man. This is Madrid right here. Very fascinating place. Oh, doing it. Look who made it. Check it out. We're getting the real Spanish experience now. I've really never seen anything like this. Oh my gosh. We made it to Spain! Here we are. So I have been exhausted for the past 2 days and haven't quite mustered up the will to turn on the camera, but we are in Spain and we started going out and doing stuff yesterday. Slept for like 10 hours last night, so I'm gonna give you a house tour right now. This is my room where we're staying. I'm gonna introduce you to Javi, the guy that's letting us stay in this beautiful home in just a minute. This is where my dad's staying right over here. This is my dad that came with me across the ocean. Love the
world from Spain.
It's so cool. All right, so I brought the laptop. I'm doing a little bit of work here as well. Here is the kitchen. So I'll show you upstairs right now too. So this is the office where I've been doing some of my work. You come in here, they have a little movie theater looking place. Kind of cool. It's a beautiful, beautiful home. And then in here is where Javi's taking a shower right now, listening to his Spanish music. So we've had a lot of fun in Spain so far. It's a lot like Southern California. When you look at the environment, a little bit colder in Southern California, but the palm trees, the neighborhoods, the sunshine. You look outside, my dad's out there practicing golf. This is just like Southern California with the different people that lives here. Some of the politics are a little bit different as well. Like you really want to try not to get in trouble in a foreign country. No trespassing. You always wear your mask. Like things, it's, when in the US, I would get away with it because I hate wearing the mask. Traveling during COVID is a different thing though. When you get over here, you really want to be careful and not go to jail in a foreign country. So today we're going out, we're going to see a castle, we're going to play a little bit of tennis. We might even go play a little bit of golf. Like you can see my dad practicing out here. He's a good golfer. So this is Spain. We are here looking around. I know it looks just the same as America if you were just in the house with us right now. When we go out today, you're gonna start to see some of the differences though, meet some of the people, and I'm so excited to show you. Tennis time, baby. First time playing on a clay tennis court. Check this out. You can slide. Oh, this is exciting. Really exciting. Try to play a round of tennis with me. You? This is hard. Oh no, my bad, hobby. Oh. Okay. We're in a town called Peñafil, Spain right now, and every year they have a tradition where they throw a bunch of bulls in this little place and let them run free. Let me show you these streets over here real quick. This is the craziest part. This is like classic Europe. These little tiny streets, this is what we drove in on. Look, I can take like 5 steps across this. 2, 3, 4. That's it. This is so cool. My Jake's getting some sun. Look at this thing. Dude, this is cool. Oh my gosh. There we go.
That was good on exit.
Yeah.
Look at
This. Oh my goodness. This is amazing.
the guards are still here too.
Look at how they. It's not even.
So if you look out, you can see the difference between the old town that was built who knows how many hundreds of years ago, and then you can see the new town. The old town was built around this castle to protect it from people invading back in the day. Could you imagine this is your job all day? Looking for somebody coming to kill you. What a crazy life this would have been. How beautiful it is. And the idea that they built this 1100 years ago? Oh my gosh.
And they saw everything, and they decided they didn't like none of it, so they went back home and decided to fight amongst themselves.
Oh.
Faltaba los aromas terciarios, no sería un vino.
Oh, you got a GoPro?
Yeah. Paul, what's this game called?
Paddle.
Pade.
Paddle. Paddle.
I'm very bad at saying it, but we're about to go through a few sets. How that? Okay. We're struggling, but we're gonna go through a few sets right now. I'll bring you guys with me. Hey, with the camera in hand. There we go, huh? There we go. You got one? Oh no! All right, I'm gonna put down the camera so we can actually win now. Talk to you. We had just finished up paddleball. Pretty fun. We're headed to Madrid, the big city, tomorrow. I'll see you there. Has Javi told you how I hitchhiked back in the day? Here we are for the last few hours in the Madrid airport here in Spain. So we've had a really good trip here in España. I'm leaving early. It's about 3:30 a.m. right now, so I'm a little tired as I'm talking to the camera. But we're headed back to the US today. Only ended up staying in Spain for about 5 days, which I found is enough to go just about anywhere before you have to move. Like if I was gonna come back to Spain, I need a train ticket, I need to go somewhere, I need to have more fun. We had a great time in Spain. That's not to say we didn't have a great time, but staying in the same place for too long is not my style. So today I'm headed back, and we kind of had to get out just to make sure that the country didn't lock down on us because of COVID. So we're headed back today, or I'm headed back. My old man already checked out as well. Finally time to go. I'll see you back in the US of A. Finally made it back to the Portland airport here. I did international travel. So bad this time. So bad. The next time I do international travel, I'm gonna land, I'm gonna spend 2 days sleeping, regardless of where I go, and I'm gonna relax. It's just, I have such a short fuse right now after not sleeping for that long. I am losing my mind, and I need to sleep so bad. So I'm gonna catch up with you another time. Right now I just gotta find my car. You probably just saw me yesterday, exhausted, tired, more tired than I think I've ever been after my 18-hour flight back from Madrid, Spain, to the United States of America. This is northern New Hampshire right now. I'm on my way to Burlington, Vermont, getting prepped to film the next video on the Year of Adventure series, the final video on the Year of Adventure series. But for today, what I'm gonna do now that I'm back from Spain, I'm gonna tell you a little bit more about the good things about Spain, the things I didn't like at all about Spain, and finally tell you what I'm gonna do differently with international travel in the future. Beautiful view though, right? Let's go find our way to the top, and we'll start on what I think were the best things about Spain. Here we are, made it to the top, and I can tell you, hands down, the best thing about Spain is the people. Check it out. More New Hampshire. Just crested over the mountain. That's the nice thing about the mountains here. They're small enough. You can hike up and over one very quickly. But that's the best thing about Spain. It was hands down the people. We had a friend named Javier Boyo Dorado who used to be a foreign exchange student with us, and I gotta give him a massive shout out in this video. Javi took such good care of us when we came over to Spain. We hardly paid for a thing. We had a home to stay in, which makes travel very, very fun when you have somewhere to go and then you get to stay with a local. And not only that, but Javi came with us on every single trip. Every single little excursion we did out of the house, Javi was there with us, being our tour guide, translating for us, and it was amazing. That leads me to kind of one of the other things, the nice parts about travel, is the second thing I really would recommend, just in adventure, general travel, is getting perspective. Like this thing, northern New Hampshire, great example. I never knew up here was anything, it had any kind of forest. I always thought, I grew up just thinking of the East Coast as one massive city. And as you can clearly see, it is not one massive city. There is a lot of wilderness out here that I never even knew about. So I feel very fortunate to be able to go to a place like Spain and have a lot of new perspective on how people live, what they value, what they do, what they eat, where they go, and how they interact with each other on a day-to-day basis. Those are the two best parts about Spain, is just getting to meet the people and getting a little new perspective on what it's like to live in different parts of the world. Even when you have two first world countries, there were a lot of subtle differences that open up your mind and make you think in a different way. But unfortunately, that perspective shift also leads me into one of what I thought were the negatives of Spain. And now, first, right off the bat, is that the people have very different lives than Americans. They think differently. And the saddest part about this was how they interacted with the world around them because of their governmental policies. In the United States, why I'm so fortunate to live here, man. And if you're watching this, if you're in the United States, it's amazing to have some perspective on how good this place actually is, even when politics sound ridiculous and things get crazy. In Spain, you have a monarchical government, which means they have a king and they have sort of a, I guess you would call it a Congress, is the United States equal of it, closest thing. And they have a monarchy over there that is run by communists. So it's not a communist government, but you have communists running a monarchical place that's supposed to represent the people. So because of that, you have a lot of the poor Spanish people that are essentially living in a form of communism that I hated so much while I was there. I could feel it from probably about day 2 is when I really noticed it. You walk through the neighborhoods there, and instead of residential places like you have here in the United States that are kind of open, pretty houses, good yards, in Spain you have fences above your head. All the fences are about this high, and every street, every house is fenced off like this. So instead of being able to have freedom and open space where you could look around, what you had instead was feeling like a rat pushed through a funnel, pushed through a little maze looking for your cheese. I hated it. It was suffocating just to live and walk around outside and know that I'm not the one that has freedom here. The government could do whatever the fuck they wants to me, and that scared me. And about day 5 on our trip there, I heard that Germany was closing down. They were gonna have a lockdown because of another COVID scare, which meant Spain was next. So instead of staying the 15 days I planned, I changed my ticket that instant, got the hell out of Spain. And I was feeling pretty good about Spain until I went to the airport. Had my vaccine card, all good to go, which I don't love. We'll talk about it another time. Yeah, another time. And they tell me, you need a negative COVID test to get back into your country, sir. I had like a heart palpitation moment in that second. Thank God I got to the airport early. I had no idea. I already got the vaccine. I thought I did everything right. And it turns out I missed something. So instead of being able to get on my plane, go through security, and wait to go back to my home, what I had to do was go get a cab outside, pay $20, 20 euros to drive like less than a mile, maybe just over a mile. Go to a place, pay another 80 bucks to get a negative COVID test, which she wrote negative on my test before I'd even finished the swab. Is because the reason why is because they know Americans like us need it. We're not paying to see if we're actually sick. We're paying to see if we can get on our fucking plane and go home. So it pissed me off, dude. Really pissed me off. And it was a total scam. So I go down, I overpay for this taxi because I need to. I overpay for this test because I need to, and then I had to wander around downtown Madrid to find another cab to go back to the airport and get on my plane, stressed, scared half to death that I'm gonna be stuck in a foreign country where no one really speaks my language and everyone wants my money. So that was a very scary part of my trip. I was only there for 5 days and it felt like long enough, man. And that's one thing I found out about myself on this trip, your adventure across the country, across to 2 separate countries and 22, 23 separate states now, is that I can stay in one place for about 5 days before I gotta go. I gotta go have my freedom, go do something else, because it's hard to stay in one place for that long. So that's what I did, man, and now I'm back in the US. and I'm gonna do international travel quite a bit different next time. So I'll finish up with saying what I plan to do differently next time when I do international travel. Woo, is wait until this pandemic is over, and I advise you to do the same thing. Wait until the pandemic is over to start doing international travel. There are a lot of places to see in the United States. There are definitely places to see international. Spain, we saw some of them, as you've probably already seen in this video. I'm gonna post a few pictures after this, just so you can see some of the spectacular architecture, cool places, great people we got to hang out with in Spain. There are definitely things worth seeing if you go international. But right now, dude, it's not worth it. Unless you really don't care that much and have the freedom where you don't have to worry too much about being let back into your home country, where you can maybe go stay in a hotel in the city, relax, not have to worry about getting back on a certain day for work, anything like that. If that's you, maybe international travel is worth it for you right now. For me, it wasn't. I wanted to get back, get consistent Wi-Fi where I could work again. So if you don't care that much about maybe being locked out of your home country, international travel is for you right now, because there's not a lot of Americans abroad. There's not a lot of anybody abroad right now, and it makes you, there's no lines. Even though you have to wear a mask, and there's still a lot of annoying restrictions that don't make a whole lot of sense to me. Now's a nice time to do it, because you just have so much space where you can go out and you can see all the sights, no problem. But as for me, I'm gonna be spending probably the next year until the pandemic is over here in America, because I do not want to get locked out of America. This place is so good, and I feel so fortunate to be back. That's where I'm going to end this video. This has been a year of adventure number 11. Wow, we have one more video left. That's it. One more video until I've officially completed the year of adventure, and I get to start next year on a fresh foot. And I'm so excited to share with you what that's going to be, what I'm going to be doing. For now, though, thank you so much for joining me on another year of adventure. Like and subscribe if you've enjoyed. I hope to see you in the next one.